What's up guys, and welcome to another track guide. This week we're at Daytona with the Mazda MX-5 Cup, and this is one of the most awaited weeks on the entire LFM schedule. Last time this combo came into service, it quickly became one of the fan favorites for all of the MX-5 crowd, mostly because of all of the fierce battles created by the slipstream and all of those bump drafting trains that go on from the moment the green flag drops all the way up until the checkered flag, generally resulting in a super close photo finish. And as always, if you want to use the exact setup that I crafted for this track, make sure you join my Discord to get it for free. And a special thank you to all of our YouTube members who are getting this content with a 2-day head start compared to everyone else. I massively appreciate you guys giving this much support to my work, so let's get into the track guide. Coming into turn 1, start threshold braking around this imaginary line that starts from the beginning of the grass part on the pit lane exit. At first, this might look like a big mental exercise to execute while driving, but once you're on track, it's surprisingly intuitive. During braking, aim to let your car run wide to the outside of the track right after the cones. And while doing that, keep your steering movements very light and to a minimum as to maximize your braking performance and decrease the chances of getting into ABS. This is a corner that can be easily ruined by overdriving, so by this point, start reducing the intensity of your inputs until you come all the way down into a full-on coast. Rolling the car through this corner is super important because it helps you keep a stable platform that will allow you to turn in at the correct time and get good traction at the exit without scrubbing the front tires. And for your line, aim to apex this corner at the beginning of the inside wall and you should be fine every single time. Into the horseshoe, brake about a car length after the final dotted line on the asphalt, and trail the brake smoothly and deeply into the turn, while also trying to get a relatively late apex to this corner. If you run a shallower line hugging the inside all the way through, it's very likely that you're going to run into trouble when going on power over the inside bumps. So taking a later apex and facing the bumps head on will be your best bet, especially when you're not under threat for an overtake. Into turn 5, brake about a car length after the yellow strip of curb on the outside and aim for a late apex once more. Be very gentle when letting off your brake pressure because it's very easy to drop them way too quickly and lose the rear end. It's super important to keep the car stable here because the latter part of our braking zone also happens while we're turning. Brake around the second to last cone and do your best to maximize your track usage on entry, because opening up this corner can massively help you on getting a better exit. Once you're under acceleration, do your best to strike a good balance between a tight, shorter line that could cause you to scrub your front tires and a wider, smoother line but could make you cover an unnecessary amount of track length. Into the bus stop chicane, brake and turn in smoothly right after the number 2 board and try to maximize your track usage on the first part of this section. After clearing the first curb and transitioning the car to the right, be patient with your next throttle application because that can easily make you understeer and go off the track for the exit of the corner. So that was a lap at Daytona with the Mazda MX-5 Cup, and I hope this track guide was helpful to your week of racing in low-fuel motorsports. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the hot lap.